Yes, it's lights, camera, action. Yeah. Well, it isn't all that we're about here, but we remain your #1 priority, and you ours, of course. Hey, yes, my name is Mazino Appeal, and we are talking about this brand new week that we are welcoming you into this morning.
We're glad that you chose to join us this morning. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be motivation-driven, and another fun-filled edition of this family experience called Wake Up Nigeria. I'm
not sure if I'm up for it because I've been away for such a while.
Really?
That everything seems all brand new. By the way, you're looking good in blue.
Oh, thank you.
And who else is in blue this morning but Mr. Mike Messicano himself?
Yeah, I don't know what the blue movement is about.
Seems like it's all about the Blue Monday this morning. But yeah, come on, we're looking forward to hearing your stories and your adventures and your traversing all around the world. The monsters you fought, the valleys you climbed, the mountains you conquered.
I will let you know one thing, Nigeria is a beautiful place. I wish we all had time to get out a bit more and experience it instead of jet outside of Nigeria. There's so many places, so many hidden gems that you actually can find in Nigeria that are fantastic. But in any case, hey, we do hope that you have shed away all the activities from over the weekend and you are ready to take on the new week fully focused on the opportunities ahead.
Yeah, and it's actually the end of a month.
Hey!
We're starting a brand new month.
Forgot about that.
So hopefully we're giving you the right guide for your Monday. We carefully curated it just for you and your viewing pleasure. And throughout the week, we're going to be right there. Just make sure you stick with us.
Absolutely. A satisfactory 1 hour, 45 minutes of top-notch television content is about to be served. So, hey, hold on to your horses and sit back, relax. Once again, my name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, well, almost all. And just know that you're going to be following along as long as you watch us live from absolutely anywhere with our mobile app.
Yes,
just
indeed.
download from either iOS or Google Play, and we'll be right in the palm of your hand.
We also beg that you guys should follow us across social media, also Facebook, where you can watch live as well.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, Instagram, we are at TVC Connect. Now,
Quite a lot happening, yeah?
exactly. Let's let them know.
Gloria A. Ajogi Adaba is a personal development coach. She's an engineer, environmentalist. She's so many great things. Founder of Thumbs Up Youth Leadership Development Initiative. Now, she's certified John Maxwell as a coach and so much more. We're going to be talking about living an indelible legacy this morning. You know, when we think of legacy, we think of gray hair, old age. But you can actually leave a legacy younger than that. I guess we should talk about that.
Yes, indeed. On SME today, we are joined by Alaya De Zainab of Zaini Crafts, a company that started as a bespoke footwear brand and has since metamorphed into a fashion brand that focuses on bespoke leather products. Now, we can't wait to see how they got started and how we can learn, maybe even start our own leather production company too.
You have to respect people that have handcrafts.
Yeah.
Because it takes so much to put some creativity on paper and then finally put it together. And you know, like people that bake cakes, I wonder how they decorate these cakes for hours and then suddenly have to cut it.
It's the same with chefs and all.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you do all that fantastic plating and then just for you to just come in and...
I don't know, I don't know.
It's great to be back, guys. What did I miss?
Welcome back.
We should start with you. You need to tell us
what did you
Yeah,
guys
exactly.
miss? Let me tell you what you guys missed.
What did we miss?
So in my mind, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I was following your stories. I know you you went to, was it Niger State?
I was in Niger State. I was in Zamfara State. I was in Abuja.
So I was really bothered at some point about your security, but then it's a bike.
You went to Zamfara?
Yes, I was in. No, sorry, Nasarawa State.
Nasarawa.
Zamfara is what I'm planning the next time because it's such a way off, and I can't wait to see the roads and everything. But it's a fantastic country. This. I know there's so much about insecurity and all, and I'm not putting that away. I'm not saying that don't be careful. In fact, you actually do need to have your wits about you. But to experience Nigeria on the road where you could actually put your foot down and touch every single place that you're going about is such a great experience. I cannot trade it for anything in the world.
It is, but I am not too envious of you. Maybe a little bit. Like you mentioned, it is quite an issue. I mean, considering when you hear stuff happening even on Benin Expressway bypass and all of that down here, So for road travel for now, I'm a bit...
Makes you worry.
You know, it's a bit... I'm not too envious.
A risk itself.
But this one is not... it's the kind of risk that should not be risky. I mean, this is road travel. I mean, this is...
we have to get on. We have to get on.
We do.
Life has to go on.
But I feel like we have to do a lot more when it comes to security apparatus in this country. It's getting too bad. We need to do a lot more.
I will say something, however. I would like to say and give a big hand to the Nigerian police, because every single place that we went, there were always checkpoints. These are not. These didn't seem like the regular checkpoints where they were. You know what we always say about checkpoints. They seemed like they were there just for the main purpose of security, just to make you feel that there is an authority here throughout this entire length of a journey. So that actually made me feel a bit safer. Yeah, and it was the first time I wasn't stopped or searched and all of that like before. This time they were like, "Oh, well done, go on, feel free." So I was a bit emboldened, and I dare say you guys should try it out as well. Maybe not on bikes, but you guys should see the length. Have you seen Nigeria? You guys?
Not the entire.
Snap the picture on the video.
If you guys want, you guys can check it out on my Instagram pages.
Snap the picture on the video.
There's some interesting pictures.
We go see how they go. We'll see it through your eyes. Someone said, I can't remember this person now, but there are people that that curate their journey and put it on VRs for virtual reality, so you can just immerse yourself into the environment and all of that.
You're welcome for a Monday morning here. Let's do the news. My name is Mazino Appeal. Now we begin with visuals of empty roads and streets following the reimposition of a 24-hour curfew in Jos local government area, while the 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. curfew is being implemented in Jos, South and Basa local government areas until further notice. Officials ordered the measure due to recent attacks in parts of the state. Business activities, including localized transport, have now been disrupted as the state government and security operatives try to restore peace and order in the state. Under the curfew, only those performing essential duties, including journalists, are permitted to operate. They must carry official identification at all times. And still on security matters, this time in Kwara State, where the police have confirmed the killing of a man and kidnap of another at a hotel in Mandala, Alakpa, some kilometers from Ilorin, the state capital. Police Public Relations Officer Ajayi Okasami says about 10 men invaded the hotel, shooting sporadically into the air with the intent of abducting the owner of the hotel, identified as Zulu. Mr. Zulu was said to have escaped with injuries, while a man identified as Razak Garu was hit by their bullet and died in front of the hotel. While escaping into the bush, the kidnappers abducted one Abdul Hakim Aminu. And customers of OPay service are filled with delight concerning the return of their money by the financial institution. This is coming days after the the customers protested concerning the impending loss of money from their accounts. Speaking to some of the customers who said they received calls and were asked to fill a form, commended OPay for their take-charge attitude in handling the situation. While the customers were elated at the return of their money, they further advised OPay to be vigilant and proactive to avoid a reoccurrence of this menace.
It was not up to 3-4 days now, so I was called to come and retrieve my money back. So that's a good job from OPay. Sincerely, actually, when it happened, initially we were disappointed, but with the action they've put in place, men are the best.
I was happy when I received call yesterday that the money had been recovered. I said, wow, if it is like that, I think they really tried to make sure the money was recovered in the space of some days, 3 days or 4 days. So I thank OPay for that.
It was in this country very well. Very good. Most banks say they don't try past them. I can say OPay helped me a lot very well to live and to feed my family.
And that's it for the news this morning.
Hello and welcome back. Let's look at what's happening on the covers of the papers, shall we? Today is Monday 11th, or rather Monday 30th of August 2021. Starting with News Direct newspaper here, ICPC recovers 53 billion naira from real estate developer for FMBN. Now, FMBN says they are not aware. Page 2 has more on that. Give peace a chance, Buhari pleads with Jos, other warring communities. Delta APBN writes Governor Okowa on multiple taxes. Dangote, Oni, Ibiyemi, and others eulogize Governor Abiodun's late father. Scrolling down now, it says here, Dangote's $2 billion petrochemical plant to produce 77 grades of polypropylene. And Zenith Bank declares 2.6% increase in profit. As Dr. Strike matters, their 21-day ultimatum contravenes agreement, according to federal government. Now, that's what we have on the cover of Nigerian News Direct. We still have quite a few other papers here. We have the Daily Trust with us as well. 2023, PDP to cede presidency to North, zones chairmanship to South. Oyinlola, Jegede, George McCarthy, others in race for party chair. Presidential contenders push for own party candidates. Will zone presidency at right time, says a spokesperson. Again, Emirates extends suspension of Nigerian flights. Buhari directs recall of 11 wrongfully retired DPR directors. Fan contractors cry over 140 billion naira debt. Let's see what else we have here. Now, that photo story shows the deplorable condition of the Umuahia Ekpene Interstate Road in Abia State as at yesterday. APC states to allocate 15% annual budget to health sector. And insecurity, defend yourself, can youths tell Nigerians? And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Trust. I think we do still have quite a bit of time. We have with us the blueprint. And it says, as gunmen kill Senator Nahala's pilot's son in Kaduna, Matawale alerts on threat to destabilize Zamfara. Fingers APC chieftain. Troops rescue 3 victims. Bandits kill 2 in Kaduna. And let's see what else we have here. NARD strike. Federal government faults NMA's 21-day ultimatum. And beside the masthead there, Kogi procures first hyperbaric oxygen treatment chamber. Nigerian businesses suffering forex repayment challenges, according to Nasima. And finally, Buhari to induct a 29 Super Tucano aircraft tomorrow. Page 21 has more on that. And that's all we have time for on the covers in the dailies this morning.
This is the Blue Bunch, the Blue Man Group.
A lot of jokes on that one.
But it's all good. Hey guys, something very interesting over the weekend. I was engaged in this argument on Instagram on James Omokwe's post. He put up a post. First of all, I want to say it's a new era for Nigerian content on TV, Instagram, social media, movies, and all movies especially. So he put up this post the other day over the weekend, and it generated some argument. I want to read it word for word. He says, someone said to me that he doesn't understand why non-filmmakers criticize film. What do they know about the technicalities of making one? I asked that if he went to a restaurant to eat and the food was bad, would he complain to the chef? He says yes. He says because he is paying for the service. And then I asked him, why? Are you a chef? So it was very interesting that this came up because, hey, we had the whole King of Boys thing over the weekend and everybody seemed to be watching it, but there were also very many critics who kind of like shot at holes all over the place about it. Very many, not critics exactly. Very many people started criticizing it. So I think that's what generated this argument. And my submission was that, hey, I actually see criticism as another form of entertainment. I enjoy the fact that people criticize movies, and I think it's what refines a product. You criticize this next time, it becomes better. However, your expressions when you criticize matter. If you have nothing good to say, well, criticism is not about good things anyway.
Criticism has always driven different industries. Take football, for instance. Without criticism of some certain teams, some teams won't be gingered to play better, to play harder. Even some players need that extra push from their teams, or rather from their fans, to go the extra mile. So I think it borders on the directors, executive producers to go the extra mile to try their best to do better. So
you see, so something about this, when it comes to critiquing, it was a course I studied in school. There's a course critiquing. Do you understand? It's all criticism is driven by objectivity. That's that's what drives it. But you see, a lot of people, and it's okay for people. People should criticize because you're making it for them. But you see, when it gets to the point where you are not objective, it is clearly obvious that you are by all intents and purposes, you are trying to run down somebody's hard work.
But where is that line? Where does it state
okay,
that
now
this is the line between
okay,
being objective
so
and
if
not
I'm criticizing,
being objective?
let's start with Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah.
If I want to talk about Wake Up Nigeria as a show, I first of all start with the cast.
Yeah, true.
Is Mazino good enough? Titi, can she present? What's Mike doing in that kitchen?
Yeah.
And then I look at the set.
Yeah.
How beautiful is the set? How ugly is it? And then I look at the lighting. And then I look at the camera work, the cinematographers and all of that. And then I give you something all round.
Yeah.
In case it could all be bad, but then you understand that this person is giving you a critique that does fit. When I go, that Mazino, he doesn't let you go. This
Submissions which I have received in the past before anyway.
So my point is break it down. Let me understand that you are being. So there's this, I want to get that lady's hand off. She's the one that started this trend on, she put up this post. And then the way she went about the whole movie, about King of Boys, the series. I saw King of Boys. There were 1,001 things I could pick that are not okay.
Yeah.
But there are also 1,001 things that went okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm good, when we do it, I'll give a full critique. What went right, what didn't go right, what they could do better, what they did well.
Yeah.
So, but she just went up, and people were like, look, hey, you are actually hating on this.
You're not
and
a professional anyway.
I agree with that.
So you have to look at the person making the critique. Is the person a professional? Is the person, even has the person spoken before?
See, that was what
that's where
Yeah.
the came from.
Yeah.
I get.
Professional.
You don't have to be a
You can
professional.
be anybody.
But
You
then,
are a customer.
Exactly.
So
You're a customer. You
have
can
to.
criticize
You
because
have to.
you're paying for
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You can criticize. But you see, like when I say, some people talk about haters, and for this one, it's hating because, like I say, criticism is objective. So if we're going to criticize, be objective because those are the tenets on which the whole art of critiquing is built on.
You know what I'm looking for, Mike, Titi?
Yeah.
I'm looking for that structure that differentiates you from a critique from a troll.
Yeah.
Okay, from
So
exactly.
the thing is,
for most of what I saw, Titi,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you finish, but
go ahead.
let me not go Kanye West on you. But there has to be a structure. There has to be an ethos that guides.
That guides you.
When you want to criticize. Let me go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I was going to say that, there are so many different ways to try and stream this. First of all, everyone has been given a phone. Everybody has been given a voice on different platforms now. This was a voice they did not have before, so people are going to overuse it.
So it's now guerrilla criticism.
Exactly. Same with journalism. Same with journalists, bloggers. Are bloggers blogging the right way? Are presenters presenting the right way right now? Are they being trained? Are they being... there's so many different angles and areas to this that need to be improved. It's not just movies. So let's not stop someone from using their voice, but let's just give them maybe some guidelines on how to, make it sound a little kinder.
I will say it's okay, do criticize. It's all about the reception, how you, the product or whatever we are, receive it and take it. So
the final one
it'll always continue.
The person that was criticizing, they now blocked the person. And the person now screenshot the block and is complaining. If they block you, chop your block. The way they chop your block. Go ahead.
We'll be back to stay tuned. More Wake Up Nigeria coming your way for a Monday morning.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And we have a recently awarded Mr. Nachora in the kitchen today. Now, he got the Nigeria Choice Awards Next Rated Artist of the Year. Everybody make some noise! Woo! Woo! Yeah. So do you want to do your speech? Let me hold it for you because you have gloves on.
We did that yesterday.
We did that.
I have to give it out to God first because it's just a wonderful one. Yeah. So I just thank God. And to the organizers, I thank you guys. So wonderful. My fans, the voting and everything. You guys are the best, man.
You're the best. Thank you so much for joining us. After winning such an award, you came here to grace us with your delicacies today. What are we making, Mr. Nachora?
We're making spring rolls, vegetable spring rolls.
Okay, so what's the first thing we need to do?
We need the flour, the veggies, and the process.
Okay, all right. So are we going to use a frying pan? Are we going to
We're going to use a frying pan.
Okay, let me get that for you. What else are we using? Yeah. Woo! Lost the cover there.
Bowl first.
Yeah?
The bowl. You have to mix the...
All right. What else do we need?
I need to mix this first. Like, okay, let me get this.
All right. So we have quite a few ingredients here. The veggies really look nice and fresh and colorful. Talking about cabbage, carrots. I have some onions here, spring onions as well, and then some green peppers. What sort of measuring style did you use here? Is it just...
It's when you're mixing it.
Yeah.
As you're mixing it, you use your discretion, so you don't put too much water.
Okay.
So you just follow up to see the texture.
So this flour is not a special type of flour, just normal?
No, just a regular, normal flour.
Okay, fantastic. So that is the flour straight in there?
So we need to add a little salt.
Salt there.
And that's all for now. So I need to get some water to fix this.
All right, so I'm going to get the wooden spoon out to begin the stirring process for this. But what's the key to having spring rolls look perfect? What's the key for you?
Is about the mixture. Like this little salt I just added here right now makes the pastry come out more rich.
Okay.
Remember I said you need to be very careful.
Okay, is that enough?
Not enough.
A little more? Okay.
I prefer to use my hand.
Okay.
Let me add a little more.
A little more water? Okay. So you kind of feel your way.
Yeah, you
okay.
have to feel it too. Once you have that texture, you can now do your pastry.
Okay. All right. So while we're doing this process now, getting the flour to be nice and soft, we're going to head over to Mike. Mike is ready for motivation.
Definitely, Gloria. Ajoge Adaba is a personal development coach, engineer, and an environmentalist. She is the founder of Thumbs Up Youth Leadership Development Initiative, a certified John Maxwell coach, Toastmaster, speaker, and leadership trainer. And today, we're talking about leaving an indelible legacy. Yes. It's great to have you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you very much, Mike.
So I know this is all about living with a purpose, or living, having something in mind, living with, with the end in mind. Is it okay to say so?
Yes, it's very okay to say so. And I just want to add that, it's like tomorrow never really comes, but like today was tomorrow yesterday.
Definitely.
So what is the future we are talking about? It's really, whenever you get that there, it's like there's another one to get to. So you know that you can't live forever. So our topic today, we are talking about people that will outlive you, how you are going to impact them in a way that you can perpetuate your message.
Why the need?
Oh, it's very, very important.
For an indelible legacy.
Because you see, I said everyone has a message. Everyone has a message. You have something you have come to this world with, and it kind of resonates with someone somewhere in life. So it's important to do that so that it can reach someone where your message can still be heard, even while you're here and even after you've gone,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So what are the steps to having or to live purposefully to ensure that your legacy is one that is strong and remains?
Okay. Apart from, one of the ways is through mentoring people that are younger than you, because actually it's something that you hope that people that are younger than you, they would outlive you.
Definitely.
So it's important for you to mentor them and teach them as well. And not just with your words, but with your life. It's very important that you are living what you are preaching or what it is you are saying.
That's not always the case,
Yes.
It is not always the case. At times it is, but people do it intentionally. At times it's not intentional. But that's something that there's quite the gray area that people trying to, they say, hey, do what I say, not what I do, and all of that. You can't really get to understand. But yeah, I get you.
It doesn't become indelible that way. When we talk about something being indelible, it's something that it's a mark that lasts.
That cannot be.
Sometimes you're not even telling someone anything. They're just looking at you and learning from you. That's it.
Absolutely. Because people feel like you have to intentionally do something, but like you said, people can just see you and they just maintain and all over. So in a scenario where someone feels like I don't have anything to give, because a number of people feel like they're in that, a lot of people are in that case. I don't have I'm just a mom or Dad, I just have my kids, take them to school, I just do a walk and all of that. Why would I be bothering about a legacy?
Well, first of all, don't trivialize what it is you're doing, no matter how small you think it is.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be out there for everyone to see. It might just be one person that you're able to reach out to. And let me say something about parenting. That is the primary place where we all come out from. Everyone always tells you that there is something that happened in their childhood that they'll never forget.
True.
And so that is an indelible legacy. It's something that stays with that person for life. So mothers, fathers, it's very, very important for us to see that what we are doing is going to outlive us, is going to go into the next generation, and possibly they will also influence the next generation.
So even in just parenting alone, you are also leaving your legacy there.
Mike, that word just, I think that's where the problem is.
That's where the problem is, okay.
It's not just.
It's not just.
It's very, very key. It's important.
Maybe even the most important.
It's actually, for me, it's the most important because it's what the child of the mind of a child is a tabula rasa, okay? It soaks what is in its first environment. So it's like, okay, let's think about cement. Cement. When it's wet, and you put your hands on it, you leave an indelible mark. It cannot go as long as it's left dry.
Yes.
So that's how the mind of a child is. So, I mean, that's even where it starts. And we know that wherever something starts, it's very key, it's very important. Like a house, the foundation of a house is where it starts. So that is the most important, like you said.
You know, not everybody would get to be on air or would get to be in the news and all that, because people feel like you are not a success, or if everybody doesn't know about it.
Especially now that we have social media.
Now that we have social media, how can one overcome such pressure to make your mark loud and wide?
And that's why we started different building blocks. You need to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you will not be able to get your message. And you need to be comfortable with the message that you have come to give. It doesn't have to be all over there. There's a pressure, like you said, because of the pressure of media. Now everybody is expressing themselves in one way or the other. And there are some people that I've met that are not necessarily social media friendly. They don't want to be out there. That's who they are. And so you need to know yourself, accept yourself, grow yourself within your own space, and deliver your own message in the way that you know works for you. That gives you a lot of self-esteem. It builds who you are. It builds that ability to take anything. And you guys earlier were talking about criticism. It's also one of the things that helps you become strong, that even as you deliver your message, you'll get criticized. You'll get people that will know, what is this person saying? But as you continue to build and grow yourself and deliver your message and leave that indelible mark, you'll be comfortable in your skin.
Okay, let's do something very practical to round up.
Okay.
What is the legacy you want to leave? I know we've spoken about, every time we talk about you, thumbs up and all of that. What is it about? What legacy, when Gloria is no more, what is that legacy that you think or that you want to leave in the minds of people?
That everybody I meet or I have ever met in my life would never forget the way I have treated them and the aura that I carry. Okay, the impact that I leave for individuals, because for me, every life matters and is important. So apart from my NGO, Thumbs Up NGO, first and foremost, I have to build my children. That's my first responsibility, okay? I carry it out to others, but it's important for me to start from where I am. And that's why I said it's not about saying it's just. No, that is very key. Don't carry your message outside before those that are closest to you really and truly absolutely
have to feel it. So thumbs up. What is that? What does thumbs up do? What is it about?
Thumbs up. Everybody is unique. You have a fingerprint that no one else has and would ever have. You have a DNA no one else has. It distinguishes you. It brings you out as a person. So that is up to you to know who it is that you are and what you carry, your gift, okay? So that's the message, thumbs up. It's a youth leadership development platform. We offer different platforms for young people to know themselves, to grow themselves, and to accept themselves. We have built their self-esteem, because we know that the first platform they had might not have been perfect.
Definitely.
So they can get it through the mentoring that we offer. on our platform.
On the platform.
Absolutely.
Okay. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing Thumbs Up?
2016. That's when I started the initiative.
All right. And then where do you expect this to go? How far do you expect to take this?
I expect it to go world over. Thanks to social media, we have that ability to do that. But apart from it going all over the world, I want it to impact every individual. It's very important. Individuals are very, very key. It's just the way we see it. Let's not just say, oh, everybody. No, every individual is unique, and it's when we bring our uniqueness together that we make the world.
Okay, so now there's something. This is just a little bit of an aside, but I remember watching this young speaker, a kid. It was like 10, 11, and he was giving this wonderful speech and all of that. It has a lot of following on social media and all of that. And, you know, it came to my mind, I was like, okay, when you want to leave your legacy,
yes,
shouldn't you have some level of experience before you start thinking of bequeathing that knowledge to the next generation? Because I think that, look, yeah, he speaks some beautiful words, but I think it's what someone just put into him, because at 11 years old, man, what have you really seen?
Absolutely,
you know. So, but there's that challenge between how much, where should I get to? At what point should I start teaching? Do I have to learn and know it all before I start passing on to the next generation?
That's why we said living it. When you live it, it's easier for you to talk about it. For that young man, he's building the experience, okay? He's building it. He might know it as head knowledge, but he might also know it as heart knowledge. It could be something he is actually doing that he's trying to tell the world, reach the world with his message. So he's young, but he also has a message.
All right, thank you very much, Gloria. It's always great talking to you.
Thank you.
And thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Get yourself
All right.
together.
Okay, thank you. That's it. I hope you're able to keep something in mind and get ready to building an indelible legacy. That's all we can take now. We'll take this time out now. There's still more to come on the show.
Hello and welcome back. Now, it's been a really interesting process right here with Chef Natura in the building. The award-winning, tantalizing Chef Natura has been hard at work. If you missed it, we had some really fresh-looking veggies here on the desk earlier on. We had cabbage, spring onions, carrots, and what was the last
chili
one?
pepper.
And chili pepper.
Yeah.
Yes, so he's put in all the spices and he just shallow fried it for a little while.
Yeah, because they are veggies, so you don't need to give them a long cook. It has to just be little stir fried.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
This is the pastry pan. We do this. We bring out the pastry from here.
Okay.
This is where we make this from, so we can
All right.
roll. Okay, let's quickly roll it so we
Okay.
can have a feel of what it is.
Rolling.
Yeah.
So at this point, he just added a little bit of water to flour and salt. There was nothing else added to that flour, right? Just
That
flour
was a
and
little salt, yeah.
Just a little bit of salt. So he's also been, I don't know, this is a very unique technique. I've not actually seen it done this way before.
It's a very natural technique.
Natural. So he's been peeling off the pastry from the pan by hand. Now, of course...
You need to keep your hands very, very clean when you do this because...
We have started... You're going so fast. You need to tell everybody what you're doing now. You're so used to going so fast.
It's just a process.
All right, I get it. So you're going to have to show this one more time.
Yeah.
So that's the first spring roll there. And you're rolling that so easily. You're making it look so easy. But, okay, so he's grabbing the pastry now.
Put it through.
Okay.
Get your foot to the edge.
Okay.
Seal it through. Bam. Bam.
Okay. And that's it. And that's how you make your spring roll. Fabulous. So, give or take, how many of these can you make in, like, 10 minutes?
It depends on how consistent you are in what you do. Makes you get better.
Okay.
So, and most times when we have plenty jobs like this, we have a lot of other people that work. So what we would do is section ourselves.
Okay.
Somebody's making the pastry, somebody is rolling.
Okay, okay. Fantastic. Looks extremely efficient. But I want them to see the process of getting the pastry on the pan. Yeah, so maybe you could show that part.
You can't use a normal frying pan. This is a non-stick pan.
Okay. The quantity that you're putting on the pan itself is what I'm thinking about. Is it up to 1 tablespoon? Is it up
What
to...
you do is you shove it with your hand, like.
Okay.
See,
You get it?
I have the portion here right now. So I'll just put it through.
Just rub it on. Wow. Just rubbing it on the pan.
I give it a little.
And just keep it on the heat.
Just for a little while. So.
All right. And it's already heating up. I'm actually so interested in that consistency and how easy it is to peel it off that non-stick pan.
You need to get it a little dry. So once it's dry, comes out.
So what are you always looking for in a complete, perfect spring roll? What are you always looking out for?
Your veggies, you know how good veggies are. So the filling and the crunchiness of the output, like by the time we're going to fry this, once it's crunchy,
okay.
You know, so.
Okay. Ooh, and that's it. That's the pastry right there. Okay, so you learnt it here on Wake Up Nigeria from Chef Natural. If you're trying this at home, please just make sure you tag us with our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Can't wait to see what you guys can come up with at home. All right, so let's see the filling process one more time.
Okay.
One more time. Let's see. All right. Just folds it in. Envelopes it at the two sides. And then you roll. So how do you seal it?
Sometimes if it's fluffy, if the pastry is fluffy enough, it just, but to be on the safer side, so when you're frying, it doesn't get loosened up, like you don't have something like this. That's why you just put a little of the pastry at the edge, just seal it.
Just to seal.
So nice, perfect.
Fantastic. So are you deep frying or shallow frying these?
No, we're deep frying it.
Deep frying, okay.
That's why I have my oil here already. So.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the process. Let's keep going. Aha. Deep fried spring rolls. I think that's a really nice Monday breakfast for us. Beautiful. All right, so Chef Natural and myself are going to keep this process going. Hopefully you're going to try it at home.
Welcome to the last 45 minutes of a magical and motivating Monday for Wake Up Nigeria here. And it has been quite the experience for the past 1 hour. If you have not been with us, well, welcome back now.
Welcome.
It's still a good 45 minutes for you, and you're going to love what we have.
So when life gives you Monday, dip it in glitter and sparkle all day. After all, the best gifts in life are free.
How do you dip Monday? It's okay.
You have to. You dip it in spring rolls.
Unlike you guys, I love Mondays. I look forward to Mondays, so it's always glittering, if you ask me. Still quite a lot more in store, and we believe that you will be joining us for the rest of the ride.
Yeah, another 45 minutes to go. Thanks for letting us in front of your screens or onto your screens in front of you and your family. Remember, you can always use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on TV.
Yes, and we know that we've got you guys thinking that we had a memo passed around for our dress code today, but no, this is something we wanted to point out specifically because what happens is when you work with people for a while, you guys start to get in sync, and then
we start to think alike. It does. It happens.
Now you can watch us live. Do remember, from absolutely anywhere in the world. If you have the mobile app and it's easy to download, you can do that on Google Play Store or on iOS.
And of course, there's still quite a lot to come. Let's tell them what we have.
On SME today, we are joined by Alayande Zainab of Zini Crafts, a company that started as a bespoke footwear brand and has since metamorphed into a fashion brand that focuses on bespoke leather products beyond shoes, with a range of products like bags, belts, and also wallets.
I love it whenever you have great products like this. It just feels so creative. I always wish I had a handcraft. Do you have a handcraft?
Oh, but you do as well as I do.
What do you? Wow, what is your handcraft?
I don't believe that handcrafts are restricted to what you can do with your hand.
Okay.
Like what you guys know I do outside of television is use my voice, and I think that's a craft on its own. And my father always says, no matter what you do, always have something that's a craft that you can fall back on. And I think in my entire career history, it has been the one thing that has always been a cushion. When you're out of a job or you're trying to transit between jobs, it's always there. It's my occupation. Let's put it that way, actually. And
So,
you
so
do
those,
as well,
those
funny.
yeah, I do. I make candles, and I didn't realize that when I was reading for Common Entrance with candle and playing with the wax that's
that you were
left at the
actually-
bottom, that I was getting ready for something that could actually make me money.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, some of these things are so expensive to maintain.
Yeah.
The scents, the wax itself, the good quality stuff, the fragrances, even the wicks that go in, they're expensive. So when I say handcraft, I mean, you know, stuff that you can just do that is, you know, affordable and things that you can just do on a whim.
Mike, apart from looking for a potential wife, what is your craft?
No, that one's okay.
That's your craft.
I can teach you.
I don't need it. Don't worry, I'm good.
You don't know. All you know is now. You never know tomorrow. You can be looking
My
again.
wife is watching. Don't put me in trouble, please.
So, but you see, at different times I've done quite a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, from choreography to
Dance.
to
Are you serious? You actually
acting
dance?
to modeling.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime ago.
Dances actually
To,
quite well.
to modeling, to acting, and this Nollywood, they never know. I mean, if I do your promo for you, if I hype your advert for you,
You know what?
to
You should
modeling
give us
and all
a
of
sample.
that.
You should give us a sample sometime this week. Yes, please.
sample key you there.
Welcome back. 45 minutes to go. Let's begin this one with the news. Now we begin with visuals of empty roads and streets following the imposition of a 24-hour curfew in Jos local government area, while the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew is being implemented in Jos South and Bassa local government areas until further notice. Now, officials ordered the measure due to the recent attacks in parts of the state. Business activities, including localized transport, have now been disrupted as the state government and security operators try to restore peace and order in the state. Under the curfew, only those performing essential duties, including journalists, are permitted to operate. They must also carry official identification at all times. And still on security matters, this time in Kwara State, where police have confirmed the killing of a man and kidnap of another at a hotel in Mandala, Alakpa, some kilometers from Ilorin, the state capital. Police Public Relations Officer Ajay Okasami says about 10 men invaded the hotel, shooting sporadically with the intent of abducting the owner of the hotel, identified as Zulu. Mr. Zulu was said to have escaped with injuries, while a man identified as Razak Aro was hit by the bullet and died in front of the hotel. While escaping into the bush, the kidnappers abducted one Abdul Hakim Aminu. And customers of OPay service are filled with delight concerning the return of their monies by the financial institution. This is coming days after the customers protested concerning the impending loss of money from their accounts. Now, speaking to some of the customers who said they received calls and were asked to fill a form, commended OPay for their take-charge attitude in handling the situation. While the customers were elated at the return of their monies, they further advised OPay to be vigilant and proactive to avoid a reoccurrence of this menace.
It's not up to 3-4 days now, so I was called to come and retrieve my money back. So that's a good job from OPay. Sincerely, actually, when it happened, initially we were disappointed, but with the action they've put in place, men are the best.
I was happy when I received call yesterday that the money had been recovered. I said, wow, if it is like that, I think they really tried to make sure the money was recovered in the space of some days, 3 days or 4 days. So I thank OPay for that.
It was in this country very well. They really good. Most banks say they no try pass them. That aim say I can say OPay helped me a lot very well to live and to feed my family.
Wow, that's all we have for the news now.
I have Mazino and Mike right here on the couch with me. Yeah, the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, the Blue Man Group, that's what
Yeah, that's what we're good.
Unfortunately, we can't patent that.
Yeah.
Fun thing about Token, I've been influenced by him my entire life, read almost all his books. I've read The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Rings.
Yeah.
My plates are Beowulf, by the way.
Yes, I know,
And
I
then
know.
my other plate's a Pilgrim. Pilgrim, by the way, is what he referred to Gandalf as, the Great Pilgrim.
Amazing.
So you get it now?
Amazing. Yes, I do. So I know that there were, some things we wanted to mention today.
Yeah,
Mazino?
just to give a memoriam to wonderful members of the entertainment community in Nigeria who passed on, two victors.
Two victors.
Two victors.
Tale of two victors.
Tale of two victors, right?
Yeah.
Victor Olauton and Victor Uwaifo. Wonderful memories we have of these two great men. I don't know which of them do we start with?
We can't put one before the other. For the sake of structure here, I would like to say how influenced I have been as well by these two great men. Victor Uwaifo, first off, is everybody's mother's side boyfriend.
Yeah, everybody remembers him.
Because the guitar boy was in everybody's mother's lips. They were singing along and dancing along to his fantastic tunes and all of that. If you grew up in the 80s,
definitely
the strumming of that guitar was one thing that you were very
familiar with. Jeremy was the song for me.
Fantastic.
That's the one we all grew up with, and then we saw the remixes and all of that.
Exactly.
But with Two-Face, with
his impact on entertainment music in Nigeria, how far he has touched every single artist since then. He also went on to be the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism for Nigeria as well. I mean, he remained relevant his entire life.
Yeah. Exactly.
True. So Victor Olautan was one of the key cast of Tinsel. And of course, he had been active for quite a long time before then. But you know, the way Tinsel was created, it just always kept drawing you back into the story of his key character there, him as a key character there, and it just felt like Tinsel wasn't complete without him.
True.
And then, of course, he went on to do quite a lot of adverts, and his voice was so recognizable. True. But he did fall ill about 2-3 years ago, and that, you know, it was quite a prolonged illness. And I dare say people, you know, kind of heaved a sigh of relief, you know, in the way that you do when you realize that someone is no longer in pain. So, yes, we ask that God give their families the strength to bear the loss.
Very unique thing about Victor Olautan is the fact that I never met him. However, we had a relationship. Okay. In the sense that he used to listen to me on radio, and one day out of the blue, I got a call, and who was it? My name is Victor. Victor who? Victor Olautan. I just wanted to say I appreciate what you do on radio, and I'm like, I can't believe that you actually took out time to call just ordinary me on radio for what reason you had, you know. And he'd often call to find out exactly what's going on in the news space, politics, and give his opinion before or even after my show, or sometimes during the show itself. So I really felt that. I felt I was humbled by the fact that he would do that. I'm just a regular guy.
Such a nice guy.
So during one of my acting stints, I remember I'd done like a few episodes of Tinsel back then. I was a day player for some day.
Yeah, he did.
Almost every actor has been on Tinsel. So for every actor's profile, if you've not seen Tinsel, you've not started, because Tinsel has been quite, you know, it's been quite an accommodating, you know, kind of show. They've been on for a very long time, and so because of that, you need a number of people who would come in as day players, as extras. I think I was there in about 3-4 episodes for a day play or something. And I remember meeting him on set, and his wife also, who as at that time, or even till now, was a costume manager. She had to sort out my costumes then. I remember, you know, and then I also remember meeting him the second time at a meet and greet, and all of that. Always spoke very nice guy. Everybody said nice things about him and all of that.
I remember being at an audition, and I didn't get the role, you know, and I didn't get the role for many different reasons, but because of my own, I actually fell back on myself that day. I didn't get there on time. I was late for the audition. I didn't give my best performance, and he called me aside and you know, gave me some serious talking to, that kind of, if you want to be serious, you know, you take things seriously kind of talk. And I never forgot that. And, you know, he was always early, always on time, always at the top of his game. And it always felt like he had that fatherly grey-haired look all the time. And he also did that behind the screen as well.
In all of this, is there an audition you haven't been to?
No.
So you know, there's this group of friends I had. If we're talking about auditions and all of that, audition is an occupation. So there's no ways to joke about it, because we all, I mean, you stand up, wake up in the morning, and you know you're going for an audition.
Going for an audition. That was the job.
Cool, you know, and for, you know, like she mentioned, the kind of what she received from him, at a very strategic point of my life, it made me grow self-confidence, because I mean, you had to stand in front of a number of people that you've never met before, and trying to, if you're either reading out lines or you're doing something and all of that, it does a lot for you. I remember this particular telecoms casting I went for. I went for like 4-5 levels.
Yeah.
We're like over 1,000 that started, and I got to the final 3. Even got to the final 2. I think I was one of the people. So you know how the TV when I saw the person they used for them, and when it came out, I'll just be strolling, and I'll just hear it, and I'll just be, because I rehearsed those lines so much.
My goodness.
And I'll just be reading the lines to the person, like, fine, see you.
It does build character.
You know, it builds confidence.
Yeah.
And then when you stand up and wake up in the morning, and like she mentioned when you spoke about being early.
Yeah.
It does do something to you. It does, especially when you're talking about auditions.
Well, these are definitely veterans, definitely legends. I think you can proudly say so now. So yes, I've got my shoe in hand, not on foot, and my bag here with me. For now, my name will be Andrew, and I'm checking out. If you're from the 80s, you'll understand the reference, but it's okay. Anyhow, we are doing SME now, and on SME, we are joined by Alayande Zainab of Zaini Craft, a company that started as a bespoke footwear brand and has since metamorphed into a fashion brand that focuses on bespoke leather products. Beyond shoes, with a range of products like bags, belts, and wallets, and beautiful array of stuff branded that we have here. You are welcome, Zainab.
Thank you very much.
Now, I don't know if you know who Andrew is, but you know that saying where Andrew don't check out. Have you ever heard of it before?
Really?
You're young. You're too young. You're too young. Well, I'm so amazed at your products that I had to hold them, hug them, and experience them myself.
Thank you very much.
And that's what we're going to talk about here today. Your Zaini Crafts. You're all about leather and fashion.
Yeah.
We want to know exactly how you started and how this has gone on for. How long has it gone on for?
5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
And how far have you come?
I'm Alayande Zainab. I'm so excited to be on the show today. I'm a student of University of Lagos, a final year student. I'm studying cell biology and genetics, and I'm also a graduate of Yabatek, College of Technology, where I studied polymer technology.
Interesting.
Basically, I have been doing this thing. I would say this is an inborn gift because I've been doing this thing since I was age 5. Then I never even knew I was going to be a shoemaker. I never knew I even had flair for it. But one thing I knew was I and my elder brother then, we always have our hands on crafts. And we do make slippers with cardboard. And we wear them for, say, 3 days. And they last without anything going wrong with them. Also, I then do have my hands on footwear that are spoiled. I get them together. I go to those malams that sell
cobblers,
gum. Yes, gum and what's it called? Sole. I get them from them. I buy them from them, and I fix so many shoes. I remember one time when I think I was age 10, and someone saw me working on a footwear, and he was like, you are a shoemaker. Where did you learn this thing from? And I was like, I'm not a shoemaker. I didn't learn this thing. And the person was arguing with me that, you are a shoemaker, stop denying. I was like, all this period, I never even knew I actually had flair for shoemaker. I never knew I was even going to be a shoemaker. But prior to the time I was going to finish in Yabatek, you know, I sat down, I told myself, Zaini, you're finishing Yabatek now. What's the next thing for you to do? I can't just sit down and be amongst the youths that are unemployed, adding up to the statistics of unemployed youth. And I told myself, you know what, you have to learn a skill. And I had 2 things I was interested in, shoemaking and carpentry. And I went for the best.
Very interesting story you just told there. First off, it's like as if you were preparing for this all your life. You have, well, you're on your way to having your 2nd degree now, and you're still invested in something that you were doing for play as a kid. And look, I bet it's making you money now.
Definitely.
One thing I find very interesting in this story is that you've been doing this since you were a kid, and obviously your parents must have also encouraged you or let you do it as well.
Of course.
Is that so?
Definitely.
Now, so on SME, we often want to let people know how they can glean from people's experience and all, but today's target for me is not the individual who's thinking how they can start a business, but the parents out there who are looking at their kids doing something with their hands and perhaps maybe want to encourage them. Some of them might discourage them and say, go and read more biology, cell biology and genetics.
Yes.
But instead, look what's happened in your case.
Yes.
Now, this is very interesting. Normally, I'd ask our guests exactly how they got started, but you've already told us that story. But as an individual, if I want to start, where do I start from? Is it from getting the knowledge, or is it from some training of some sort? What do I do to get started? Do I need to have the passion, or can I just get started even without?
Yes, basically, I would say your passion comes first. Because when I wanted to learn shoemaking, I told my mom I want to learn shoemaking. My mom was like, shoemaking is not going to sell. go learn hairdressing, go learn how to tailoring. I told my dad was like, focus on your studies, don't. But I still went for what I wanted.
Yeah.
And now everybody's proud that this is what I do. So the passion first. After the passion, then, of course, equip yourself with some knowledge. Because you can't just call yourself a shoemaker and not be. And when I wanted to learn, I told some of my people, I told somebody, he introduced me to a roadside shoemaker. I told someone else, he advised me to go learn it in a school.
Okay.
And I
did you learn
that.
it from a school?
Of course, I learned it in a school, a vocational school. But while I was in vocational school, I also enrolled myself to roadside shoemakers. So in the vocational school, we close around 2 p.m. And once we close around 2 p.m., I resumed to roadside shoemakers. So the earliest time I closed then was around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So I had 2, 3 shoemakers that I learned from aside learning in school.
Yours is such a humble story. I find it very, very, it's unreal. It's not something that you hear every single day. People actually taking out time to humble themselves and learn these crafts from the roadside like you have done. That's very interesting. Let's take a look at what you have here. I can see that you also have some branded socks. Now, these aren't leather, but you've kind of like gone in that direction. Do you have to, where do you get material for this kind of, and do you make this yourself?
Okay, no, I don't.
Okay.
But there are products that we give out alongside our shoes. We have our branded slip, our branded socks, our polish, our shiner, shoe
I can see your shoe brushes in there. So you have all of everything that you need to maintain your shoe and the shoes themselves. Taking a look at your work here, there's something about shoes that I'm always very, very critical about. It's exactly how the soles are sewn onto what you call this part? I don't know.
The upper part.
The upper part of it. And I can see that it's very nicely done here. It's actually sewn just the way I like it. This is not something that is done regularly with regular shoes in Nigeria. Why did you do this when it comes to your own patent?
Okay, so Zennycraft is unique all around. When I wanted to start my brand, I wasn't looking at the money aspect. I wasn't doing it for funds, but rather I was doing it to make a speech in about Nigerian brand, having, say, an indigenous Nigerian brand, just like we have the Gucci, just like we have the Louis Vuitton, having an indigenous brand there. And so basically, all I put in is international quality. So I'm comparing my brand with such brands that I mentioned. And to achieve that...
It's not a local competition, it's an international competition. So you want to try and... Like, match up to international standards. I see that you also have bags as well, like the one that I was holding, this portmanteau here, which also has a shoe inside. Does it come with the...
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't come with the shoe?
No, it doesn't.
But it's nicely done. This is for like a gentleman's office bag, which is very interesting. And then that one there, can I see that one?
Of course.
Like a school bag of some sort. Yeah. And once again, nicely done. So where do you get your material from? Is it from the local markets or
exactly? we are preaching buy made in Nigeria.
Buy made in Nigeria.
Our materials are gotten from local markets here in Nigeria, here in Lagos and in Mushin precisely.
Mushin. So it's all grounded here in the state.
Yes.
So how much do you sell these? And this is for the benefit of anybody out there who perhaps wants to go into this business. I want them to have an idea of how much they could make for items that they craft and also sell. How much do you sell these bags, for instance?
Okay, so I sell my bags within the range of 25,000 naira to 70,000 naira.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Okay. That's very, very interesting. That's a lot of money for you.
Basically,
That's interesting. And what's the patronage like? How are people embracing your brand?
My clientele base are people of the medium range to the higher range, basically. So people that love quality and go for quality.
Okay.
Because that's one thing we put in consideration. We're not playing a game of who is cheaper. Rather, we're playing a game of how quality, how durable, and the uniqueness in our designs. So.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. So if I am already in the business and I'm looking to export, for instance, how do I go about that? Have you given that any thought, trying to export your products outside of Nigeria?
Yes, we have the capability of exporting out of Nigeria, but one of the limitations we have is access to funding.
Okay.
Currently, we'll be launching a new showroom.
And you've got a showroom?
Yes.
Zany Crafts. Oh, my goodness. Showroom where? Do tell.
You said?
Tell, where?
At Magodo, yeah.
Magodo, here in Magodo.
Yes,
okay,
yeah. On
interesting.
25th of September, we're going to be launching it. I also have a shoe school where I train people, making them also employers of labor.
Sorry, what did you study in school again?
Cell biology and
What has this got to do with shoes? what have you done to your parents? They sent you to school and look what you... Fantastic job, by the way. I mean, moving into training people, that blows my mind, because not only are you trying to help your own pockets, but you're also impacting people as well. Continue. Tell us about this training school.
So we run it in form of, say, admission, because I personally I like to do my things in a formal, interesting, unique way. So we give out admission. Once you get admission, then you go through the process as against
Just admitting
internship.
anybody.
Yes, as against internship. So,
well, hey, Zainab, fantastic work. Everything you've done. I'm just glad that I love your story.
Thank you.
One common thing that we have, you and I also study genetics. But I'm a broadcaster.
Interesting.
But that's fantastic. That's one thing we have in common. Hey, congratulations on your efforts.
Thank you
We can't leave you hungry since you came all the way at the break of morning. We want to feed you, so let me let you go to the kitchen. Come on
Thank
here.
you very much.
And Titi is going to take care of you
Yeah.
there with
Thank you
some
very
scrumptious stuff from Chef
You're welcome.
Natural.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for
And great work.
Thank
Those
you.
look so great.
Thank you very much.
All right. So Chef Natural. Yeah.
Hello. Good
This
morning.
amazing chef and performer has put together some spring rolls. Now, his expertise doing this, it just baffled me. I was just watching him go like a machine. But we want you to taste this. Let's see if we can put... Oh, okay. It's not coming off the fork. It's so crunchy. Let's take another one. Oh, okay. Let's have you taste these spring rolls and tell us what you think.
Thank you very much.
Oh, can you hear that crunch? Can you hear that crunch? What do you think?
Very nice, interesting.
Looking out for one day, will somebody say a food is not nice when they taste it? Every time I'll be like, are you for real?
I actually think she is for real, because we could hear it.
Yeah.
You could hear the crunch, and that's amazing. And then, of course, congratulations again on your Nigeria Choice Award. Next rated artist for 2021, Mr. Natural. Amazing stuff.
This is very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
You see?
Just like the way your shoes look so nice.
Thank you.
All right, then, everyone. We've had an amazing start to the week. Mazino, any words of wisdom there?
Yeah, a very quick one. I learned it's a Ugandan proverb. The foot has no nose. So be nice to everybody, because you never know who's coming back around to help you.
Oh, okay. I get it, I think. I'm trying to figure it out, but we're going to be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.